Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where I talk about personal finance. Today, I'm going to talk about the advantages of a Roth IRA. Before I get into the video, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment below saying I subscribed. I will try to personally reply to your comments. Let's get into the video. Contributions to a Roth IRA are made on a after-tax basis. You can withdraw your contributions at any time, and any potential earnings can be withdrawn tax-free in retirement. You ain't required to take distributions from a Roth IRA as you are with a traditional IRA. Contributions to a Roth IRA gives you tax flexibility in retirement. Do you want to help lower your taxes in retirement and increase your retirement savings? A Roth IRA, with its tax-free growth potential and tax-free withdrawals for you and your years, is a way you may be able to do just that, as long as certain requirements are met. And those are just a couple of the benefits of a Roth IRA. One important notice: not everyone can contribute to a Roth IRA because of the IRS income limit. If your income is over the limits, you still may be able to have a Roth IRA by converting existing money in a traditional IRA or other retirement saving accounts. Money can grow tax-free. Withdrawals are tax-free too. You contribute money that has already been taxed after tax dollars to a Roth IRA. There is no tax deduction as there can be with a traditional IRA. But any growth or earnings from the investments in the account and any distributions you take out in retirement are free from federal taxes and may also be free from state and local taxes too, with a few conditions. There are no required minimum distributions. Roth IRAs do not have required minimum distributions for the original owner. Traditional IRAs and General 403B, Roth and Traditional 401, and other employer-sponsored retirement savings plans do. If you do not need your distributions for essential expenses, RMDs may be hard to keep track of. The RMDs have to be calculated and withdrawn each year and may result in taxable income. Because a Roth IRA eliminates the need to take RMDs, it may also enable you to pass on more of your retirement savings to your heirs. Leave tax-free money to heirs. In many cases, a Roth IRA has legacy and estate planning benefits, but you need to consider the pros and cons, which can be subtle and complex. Be sure to consult an attorney or estate planning expert before attempting to use Roth IRAs as part of an estate plan. While RMDs are required for inherited Roth IRAs, as they are for inherited traditional IRAs, distributions from inherited Roth IRAs generally remain tax-free. Tax flexibility in retirement. You have already paid the taxes on the contributions to a Roth IRA. So as long as you follow the rules, you get to take out your money tax free. Mixing how you take withdrawals between your traditional IRAs and your 401ks or other qualified accounts and Roth IRAs may enable you to better manage your overall income tax liability in retirement. You could, for example, take withdrawals from a traditional IRA until your taxable income reaches the top of a tax bracket and then take additional money you need from a Roth IRA. The Roth IRA also helps reduce or even avoid Medicare surtax. A Roth IRA may potentially help limit your exposure to the Medicare surtax on net investment income. This is because qualified withdrawals from a Roth IRA do not count towards the modified adjusted gross income (MAGI) threshold that determines the surtax. RMDs from traditional, that is pre-tax, accounts such as a workplace retirement plan like a traditional 401k or a traditional IRA are included in MAGI and do count towards the MAGI threshold for the surtax. So depending on your income in retirement, RMDs could expose you to the Medicare surtax, and using Roth accounts might help you avoid it. The next thing is the advantage of the Roth IRA, the hedge against future tax hikes. With tax rates rise in the future, there is no way to know for certain, but the top federal income tax rate remains far below its historical highs, and if you think it might go up again, a Roth IRA may make sense. Use your contributions at any time. A Roth IRA enables you to take out 100% of what you have contributed at any time and for any reason with no taxes or penalties. Only earnings and converted balances in the Roth IRA are subject to restrictions on withdrawals. Generally, withdrawals from a Roth IRA are considered to come from contributions first. Distributions from converted balances and earnings, which can be taxable and or subject to penalties if the conditions are not met, begin only when all contributions have been withdrawn. If you are older, you can continue to contribute as long as you work. As long as you have earned compensation, whether it is regular paycheck or 1099 income for contract work, you can contribute to a Roth IRA, no matter how old you are. There is no age requirement for contributions, but you must be within the income limit in order to contribute to a Roth IRA. If you are young, your income is likely to rise. Generally speaking, the younger you are, the greater the chance that your income will be higher when you retire than it is now. For instance, if you are under 30, it's possible that your income and spending during retirement will be significantly higher than they are now at the beginning of your career, and the greater the difference between your income now and your income in retirement, the more advantageous a Roth account can be. If you can earn too much to contribute, in order to contribute to a Roth IRA, you must have employment compensation, and there are also income limits. If your income, as measured by MAGI, is over the IRS limit. The only way you can take advantage of a Roth IRA is by converting money from an existing retirement account, such as a traditional IRA. There is a cost though. You will generally need to pay taxes on what you convert, but any after-tax contributions to a traditional account will not be taxable. The rules are complex, so if you have made after-tax contributions to a traditional account and you are interested in converting, be sure to consult with a tax advisor. It comes down to taxes. A Roth IRA may improve your tax picture no matter how old are you. So it makes sense to take the time to see whether you want benefit from one. Thanks for watching this video and do not forget to subscribe to my channel.